Hello. I'm Isabel, the host of Camp Animal Crossing, and welcome back to another interview episode of The Aftermath. Today I will be interviewing another one of our post-merge players who has fought to the end and survived 20 weeks on the show and left with her head held high. Please give a round of applause to the thinker, Flurry.
It is so great to be here, Isabel. I cannot wait to share my thoughts and my time on Camp Animal Crossing.
That's good to hear, Flurry. So, give the update as to what you've been up to since appearing on Camp Animal Crossing.
My life has changed a lot since Camp Animal Crossing. At the time of the show, I was living in the Caribbean islands and working as a part-time nurse after being treated for my piranha bites. Since then, I resigned from my job and moved back to my hometown. Now I'm doing some work as on-air talent, but have also started my own home therapy company and I'm working to start a home health agency.
That sounds like fun, Flurry. What is your proudest moment ever from playing Camp Animal Crossing?
I think it goes without saying that playing in the first individual immunity challenge was my proudest moment. I wish I could relive that experience again and again.
Great. What is your biggest regret from your Camp Animal Crossing experience?
My biggest regret is not attempting to create more alliances outside of my original Red Cats team. I had a few conversations with other players about working together and thought I had a bond with Julian and Ben at least. I clearly trusted these bonds more than I should have and mistakenly thought the Cats had my back.
Next question. What's something that will blow fans' minds that happened out there in your season but never made it to TV?
I don't know that it would blow anyone's mind, but I truly believed in the bond I shared with the female team for good reason. The first 9 days of the show truly felt like a summer vacation. We told stories, sang karaoke by the fire, constantly played games, slept on the sand, and gave each other back rubs before bed. So you can imagine how shocked I was when those same back rubbers became backstabbers days later.
And how do you feel about the edit you got on the show?
I am completely okay with my edit. There were a lot of strategy conversations that were left out, but I think what was shown about me demonstrates my work ethic and good character.
What was it like coming back to regular society after being out there? Was there culture shock or an adjustment coming back?
Because we were without technology or any outside communication for over a month, the biggest adjustment was going back to having a cell phone and constant stimulation from that. I still have anxiety when my phone is constantly buzzing.
Was there ever a point either during the game or after you got back where you regretted going on the show?
The morning of the merge, my team had been without a single shot for about 36 hours, and having pretty disgusting camp food for a few days leading up to that. Even Tom remarks upon how discouraged I looked when we arrived at the recent individual challenge later that day. I remember looking at a producer that morning and telling him that if I didn't eat the right food soon, I was going to have to quit. Luckily, I got to eat soon. But other than that, no regrets. I had a blast both in the game and outside of the game, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity.
If you could make one change to any aspect of Camp Animal Crossing, what would it be and why?
My biggest change would be adding more diversity to the show, and I'm so glad to hear that Beyond TV has made a commitment toward diversity in the coming season.
Great. I just have one more question. Would you play again if asked?
Absolutely. It was the experience of a lifetime. I often describe it the same way women with multiple kids describe childbirth. While in the moment, I was often miserable, but after the fact, I fell so in love with the experience that I wouldn't mind doing it over and over again.
Well, it was good to hear from you, Flurry. Now, let's get some questions from the audience while we still have time.
I've got a question. How did you manage to steal the coin from the monkey like that while doing monkey see monkey do?
Well, Mac, it's simple. I didn't. I was actually confusing the monkey so he would drop his guard. I didn't even know I had it in me all along.
I have a question. Did you ever play the game independently or with someone you trust?
Good question, Phil. I was pretty much by myself at the start of the game. I was glad to have the company with some of the girls from the fabulous female team.
Hey, I know this is supposed to be a proper question and all, but what I want to ask is, have you ever been in a romantic relationship with an old man?
Okay, I think I'm ready to end this interview now.
And there you have it. Who will I be talking with next? I'm sure this next booty player is going to talk about a wild experience that involves shamans and drama. Stay tuned for our next Aftermath interview. This is Isabel, signing off.
Y'all ready to get funky?
The most important part of dance is music. So now let us listen to the music and identify the beats.
1, 2, 3.
But that was too soft.